Okay, good evening all. Welcome back.
Good evening,
Last
sir.
session of the CA Foundation. So we kept on telling this is a revision class, this is a revision class. I think finally we have come to the final recap of accounts. Sharanya was working in my company. And one day she called, Sir, I cannot attend the class because I have a madrasa. I said, okay, take 1 week off. After 1 week, she sent one more message. She sent a message saying that, Sir, I have Mysore throat, so I cannot come. So I said, okay, take one more week off. After 1 week, she came. I asked her, I have heard about madrasa, but what is this Mysore throat, Baba? She said, Sir, sorry, sir, a space mistake. My sore throat. What? My sore throat. So if you can see Mysore, my sore throat, isn't it? Okay. So just to break the ice, I'm not going to ask you again how was the paper, how were the papers. As we told, paper would have been black and white, or yellow and black. It will be same. Easy for you, easy for everyone else. Tough for you, tough for everyone else. So if it is tough for everyone, valuation will be liberal. Everybody cannot fail, isn't it? That is the way C Institute is always was, is, and will be. So welcome back to a quick recap. We have already had accounts revision class initially during the class. Then on 4th December, we had an exhaustive revision class along with the confidence booster, which is available in the YouTube. And today I thought I'll just quickly go through in a slightly different mode, but again I'll come back to the subject in the same track mode. Fine. So this will be the session. Obviously, I will be handling one of the beautiful quotation I thought, because some of us today, okay, after writing 2 examinations, maybe still thinking kya karna hai anta. When mind is weak, the situation becomes a problem. When mind is balanced, situation becomes a challenge. When mind is strong, the situation becomes an opportunity. It is all a mind game. So, my dear friend, so don't be weak at mind. Don't even bother about actually being balanced. I want all of you, the listeners, YouTube listeners, as well as the Zoom listeners, have a strong mind, because it is an opportunity to create a wonderful life for all of us. Fine. Already we have finished 50%. Two subjects are over. Maybe for some of you, two important subjects are over. Two exams left, just two examination. Don't bother about tough, easy, etc. Just 2 more days. Monday evening, 4 o'clock. Yes, you are a free bird. Because tomorrow 4 o'clock don't come, because it's a 3 hours exam. Monday it is a 2 hours examination because of the MCQ. And you'll be fully satisfied on Monday evening, 4 o'clock, because you have completely written all the 4 national level examination. Maybe one or two people would have had a thought, so I know I didn't do well, let me postpone. Don't do that. Trust me, n number of cases where people had a thought I will fail, they got 60 plus 70 plus. Just to go and write. I prefer a person who can go and fight the war than the coward who cannot even enter the war field. So from that perspective, just to go and write. Yes, this kind of thought process comes again and again, doesn't matter. Just go and write. And the accounts paper, aim at 100. 80 is great, even 60 is fine, no problem. 60 if you get, and other subjects if you get 45, 45, 45, 135 plus 60. Okay, so somewhere 2-3 marks here and there, if you get, you'll get around 185, 188 plus. They'll push it probably to 200, you're passed. So go and attempt for 100. Go for extension, another 2 days, all tensions will become X. Fine. So do's and don'ts, which I've already told, I'm just repeating one or two important points only. I'm repeating. Maintain distance, stay safe. So whatever may be the case, stay safe. In the last page, accounts paper especially, so 145 paper will be given. So last page, write whatever you want to write about that particular question, which you are read between 145 to 2 o'clock. So 2 o'clock you start writing 5 to 10 minutes. Then when you start really writing the accounts paper, something if you have missed also, you can refer that last page, which is a rough sheet, and you can write the exam. Compulsorily attempt extra question tomorrow. Compulsory. Even if there is no time, first point is try to finish 1+4 comfortable time. If there is extra time, write that extra question also. If there is no time, at least scribble something and write, because if it is an out of syllabus question, full marks will be given only if you are applied, attempted. Working notes are important. Who knows? Even none of your balance sheets tally. Working note steps itself might give you 60 plus 70 plus marks. That's why aim at final answer, but working notes are important, and use the revision material which has been given. Initial revision material, because you have got left with only half day now, or at least last week what I did, use it exhaustively. Next, don't relax before 3 hours tomorrow and Sunday, Monday 2 hours. Use brain. Don't use brain as a free space for, ayo, I have done maths that mistake, logical reason that mistake, law. Don't bother. Ho gaya, ho gaya. Your brain should be absolutely free from all the thought process. Right. So just to have a recap, these are all already given and repeating because of the postponement of exam. Question paper is for 125 marks. You have to write first question and 4 out of 5. Normally, first question has true or false, around 12 marks, and all of the questions are mainly for 10 marks or 5 marks. These are the important areas which are repeatedly asked in the last 4 examinations of CA Foundation. November 19, backward. You can, if you want, you can just glance through November 19, suggest the answer once more, just to get the pattern. And these are the important theories which are repeatedly asked. So problems solve with the steps. Theory write point-wise. Differences write a table. Working notes are very important. 80% of the marks in practical papers are working note. Top of the question paper itself says working notes have to be given. Attempt all the questions I have told you. Many students who thought after writing this examination will get low marks, we have proof people getting 80 plus and getting success. Syllabus is reasonably limited. These 3 chapters are not there. If by mistake someone are solving this topic, don't do that. Can score RM say 90 plus. So if you get 80 plus in this paper, other papers, even if you get 40, if someone would have felt law easy, lot of like math stuff, whatever, or in whatever subject, even if you get 40 plus, 80 plus in this paper, you will be a CA, All India national level pass out. Be more relaxed and enjoy the examination. It being the first paper, Allah, it being the first accounting paper of your life because of the chartered accountancy profession. Next, subject analysis, recording, classifying, summarizing, and interpretation. RCSI, go through this definition. Methods of bookkeeping, how to record single entry and double entry. Methods of accounting, cash system and accrual system. And financial transactions, I told you, these are the beautiful balance sheet analysis. All nominal accounts here, all real accounts here. Some personal account might appear here, only personal account here. All debit balance will appear on the asset side or debit side. All liabilities will be liabilities account, and incomes will have a credit balance. Then expense outstanding is a liability, income outstanding is an asset. All capital transactions will appear in the balance sheet. All revenue transactions will appear in the P&L. Fine. Then bigger, yeah, fine. Yeah, fine. So we're discussing about this point. I think introduction part. RCSI, the financial statement we went through. Then recording happens in journal, including subsidiary books, classification, etc. You know, as per AS1, fundamental accounting assumptions are GAC, going concern, accrual, and consistency. Important account standards are AS1, disclosure of accounting standards, accounting policies, account standards, disclosure of accounting policies. AS2, valuation of inventory, blah blah. Just glance it. So just glance through these accounting standards, may not be so great. Then bills of exchange. 3 important negotiable instruments are Section 4, promissory note, 5 is bill of exchange, and Section 6 is a check. Definition of bill of exchange, I suggest you to go through. There are 5 ways of treating the bill: retaining the bill, discounting the bill, endorsement, sending for collection, retirement. So in all the cases, 2 BR issued, right? And debit depends upon the status. Retained bill means bank account, etc. And dishonor, always debit is debtor's account, credit depends on the status of the bill. Accommodation bills are basically for helping each other, where assuming Chetan wanted some money, I wanted money, we wanted to draw and what you call accept the bill, that those bills are called accommodation bills. Entries are absolutely same, but discount charges have to be borne by the parties in the ratio in which they enjoyed the funds. The important dates you remember, because so due date, if it falls on January 26th, it should be immediately preceding working day. So Jan 25th, etc. Go through it. If it is a well-known, it's a pre-known holiday, public holiday, the due date falls one day immediately preceding the such a day. Whereas if it is a suddenly declared holiday, immediately succeeding holiday. There is no concept of a part honoring of the negotiable instrument. Next, consignment account. Shetty sir is a consigner. He deals with what? Jeans pant. So Shetty sir is the consigner. He is the owner always. Sonali Bendre is the consignee. Prepare the consignment account. This is the format. Opening stock, goods sent on consignment, all expense of the consigner to bank, all expense of the consignee to all expenses of the consignee to consignee's account. Then by consignee's account for all sales, abnormal loss at total cost, by bank account, by consignment stock, and at the profit. Fine. Next, rectification of errors. So there are basically two types of mistakes. One is errors and frauds. Errors are unintentional. Frauds are intentional to cheat someone. Types of errors can be errors of omission, commission, compensating, or principal. Steps for rectification. Pass the correct entry to be passed. Yen madbekagiತ್ತು. Pass the wrong entry already passed by the accountant and pass the rectification entry. Do the do, reverse the don't do. So if the rectification is happening in the next year, in the third entry, nominal account has to be substituted by profit and loss adjustment account. Definition of partnership, you just glance through. Two methods of maintaining capital. Revaluation account format. All incomes on the credit side, all expense on the debit side. There are two kinds of life policies taken up by the firm, individual policy and joint life policy. Both are taken up by the firm itself. Next, admission, retirement, death. Steps are similar. Revaluation, distributing undistributed profit, capital contribution by the new partner, treatment of goodwill. So if it is a admission of a partner, bank account debit or new partner's capital account debit to old partner's capital account and adjust the capital if any. Next, retirement and death almost similar to admission, but only thing is there is no concept of capital contribution and goodwill. Whenever a partner is coming in, his capital has to be debited. Whenever the partner is going out, his capital account has to be created. Final accounts basically consists of manufacturing account if you are a manufacturer, otherwise trading account, gives gross profit, P&L account, appropriation account only for firm, balance sheet and cash flow statement not in your syllabus, just for understanding. All direct expense comes in manufacturing account or trading account. All indirect expenses, soft, selling expense, administration expense, financial charges will come in the P&L account. Company accounts, final accounts are given in section 240, read with section 129, read with schedule number 3. Schedule 3 gives two important parts. Part 1 talks about balance sheet. Part 2 talks about statement of P&L. Balance sheet is mainly initially shareholders' funds, equity we call it as. Then assets and liabilities, both are classified into current and non-current. Anything lesser than equal to 12 months, less than or equal to 12 months is called current. More than 12 months is called non-current. In P&L, rotate. Revenue from operation, other income total, then expenditure that gives you PBET, then keep on removing one by one item. The ultimate entry for issue of shares on the asset side, bank account should come. If it is issued at a discount only to the employee, discount will be debited to share capital creditor to security premium creditor. For future entry, cancellation, ulta entry, share capital is always debited with the amount called up. If you have issued the shares at a premium, if you are not collected, debit the same. Whereas if the shares are issued at a discount, discount must be credited and calls in areas credit with the amount which is not collected and share forfeit account with the amount which is already collected. Next, after the forfeiture, whatever the amount lying in the forfeited shares account relating to reissued shares has to be transferred to capital reserve account. Next, debentures, issue entry for debenture based on terms of redemption, pass normal issue entry like shares and insert, normal pass into insert only if the redemption is at a premium. Redemption is at a premium. Loss on issue of debenture, loss on issue to premium payable or redemption only when the redemption is at premium. Sale on approval, assuming I am a TV seller, so Prajwal is my prospective customer, I give it to him. If he likes it, he can keep it. If he doesn't like, he can return it. So it is a concept where the time is given to the prospective customers to use, test and then approve it. So sale entry either upon expire of the period given or approval, whichever is earlier. Sales is always at sale value, closing stock is at cost. Inventory consists of raw material, WIP, finished goods, etc. As per AS2, it is valued at cost or NRV, whichever is lesser. There are two methods of cost formulae, FIFO or weighted average, and formula 1/4 on cost, 1/5 on sales. Remember, depreciation is a permanent, gradual, and continuous decrease in the value of a depreciable asset. Depreciation is equal to cost minus estimate scrap divided by estimate life. Three methods suggested by AS10 are SLM, WDV, and units of production method. Fine. BRS is a statement explaining the reasons why there is a difference between my bank account in the cash book and passbook or bank statement. So you have two options. Either you can go for amendment of the cash book, okay, then rectify the errors. Athava without amendment, you can directly do the BRS. Fine. NTC, non-trading concerns. So final accounts, basically receipts and payments account, I&D account and balance sheet. Professionals may not be relevant for you. Some important terms, how do you treat? Entrance fees can be capital or revenue, give a working note. Membership fees is the revenue receipt always. Life membership is always capital receipt because irregular in nature. Donation, specific donation has to be shown separately on the liability side. General donation may be taken as revenue receipt. Legacy is always a capital receipt. And capital receipts are either added to capital fund or shown separately. Average due date when there are multiple transactions and payment, etc., and a receipt. So where you do not want to make a payment on different days or receive on different dates, you arrive at an average date, that's called average due date. Account current is a statement of a ledger account where the transaction between the parties are recorded with interest due or payable. Right. Then November 19 exam pattern, the last examination, May 20 exam didn't happen, unfortunately Corona. So first question is compulsory, any four from. So next, similar pattern has been followed in almost all the four exams. That's why I wanted you to go through again. Suggested answer, you can just glance it. Don't worry about answering it. True or false, how they have answered. So if the question is asked, wages paid for installation of a machinery is debited to wages account. True or false? Answer is false. Why? Any expenditure till the date asset is ready to use has to be capitalized. If you know AS10, fixed asset, AS10, you can write that. One or two lines, you have to write the reasoning. If you don't write the reasoning, only half mark will be given. Next question was a theory question. Most of the time, they will ask difference between provision versus contingent liability. What is the provision versus reserve? Theory is always better to be written with the table format. Problem on depreciation. Normally asked question. Now, anything related to depreciation, you don't have retrospective change. It's only prospective change. Next question was on BRS, bank reconciliation statement. You preferably start with the bank balance as per a cash book if it is given. And one format you by heart. Don't try to by heart in what you call it, all four different formats. If it is a OD balance, bank balance as per cash book, within the bracket you write. Everything else you do it in the same fashion. Next, rectification of errors is a compulsory question. Okay, pass the correct entry to be passed, pass the wrong entry already passed, then rectification entries do the do and reverse the don't do. Consignment account almost a format based. Stock valuation, take extra care. Abnormal loss has to be credited at total cost. Take care. Sale on approval return basis, normally one question will be asked. A format, then very important clause scenery, either one or two. You should not do both. Please be careful here. 3A for 10 marks, consignment. Sale or return 5 marks. A small mistake might happen in the exam. Take care of it. Then in clause C, either one or do. Average due date or account current. One of them you should do it. Easy format. Next. 4A partnership account. Last time they asked death. So revaluation account karna hai, blah blah blah. Death of a partner, the extra points to be taken care is P&L suspense account section 37, etc. Glancing. NPO, they asked preparation of RNP account. So this time probably from the receipts and payments account, they might ask you I&D account. It's a reasonably easy question. Then a trial balance with rectification of errors. Again, an extremely important chapter. Final account, simple format of manufacturing account was. Again, final accounts, trading P&L account, etc. was asked. Go through the format again and again, they're asking. Then normally sixth question will be about, 6A is about company accounts, issue of shares, so pro rata allotment, forfeiture, etc. taken care. And inventory violation, they've asked some theory question, perpetual inventory, etc. So around 21 marks theory, that is 12 marks analytical theory, true or false, plus 4 and 5, so 21 marks, and balance 104 the problem. So even if you're reasonably strong at your theory with the true or false, there probably you will be able to get around 15 marks. And some of the questions actually very chiller questions where you can say score 60 plus 70 plus, but our aim is 100. So also go through the, I said revision material given already. Last week 4th December I had on YouTube, and I had also already circulated that PDF also. You can go to that. All the sessions are suggestive and not conclusive. And okay, so one of the beautiful inspiration. If you see moon, you see the beauty of God. If you see the sun, you see the power of God. And if you see the mirror, you see the best creation of God. Whom am I talking about? So believe in yourself. So last two examination, my dear friends, maybe after the examination, one day, 2 days, you relax, one day we'll have a chillax section. I'll call you also, we'll have a general discussion. what to do, what not. But after Monday, 1 or 2 days, relax ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Whenever free, I'll just call for an half an hour session. We'll have. So until then, hold your nerve. So you should always be talking, focusing only about your CA2 more examination. No deviation, no distraction, no whatever come in between. Go and write the examination. Take extra care of yourself. So if you see the mirror, you see the best creation of God. So believe in yourself. So you're done till now the best. You're going to do the best. That's what I wanted to say that. So a small joke ಅದನ್ನು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಚೇತನ್ ಓದಕ್ ಬರ್ತೇನೆ, ಓದೋ ಕನ್ನಡ ಓದಕ್ ಬರ್ತೇನಾ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್.
ಓದೋ, ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಓದು, ಬಿಂದಾಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಓದೋ.
ಹಾ ಸರ್. ಹುಡುಗನ ತಂದೆ, ಹುಡುಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಳೆ, ಮದ್ವೆಗೆ ಏನೇನಾಗ್ತೀರಾ? ಹುಡುಗಿ ತಂದೆ, ಕೈಗೆ ಸ್ಯಾನಿಟೈಸರ್, ಬಾಯಿಗೆ ಮಾಸ್ಕ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ
ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಟುಡೇಸ್ what you called generation. It's okay, no problem, don't worry. ಅದು ಮದುವೆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಬಿಡಿ, just for relax. So anybody want any clarification, etc., this is the number which I think most of you will be knowing. You can always share. And if anybody has not yet subscribed for the YouTube channel, please subscribe ಮಾಡಲಿ, ಬೆಲ್ ಐಕನ್ ಒತ್ತಿ, so that when it changes, whatever announcement, maybe we'll be starting again SLC yoga etc., ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಂಟಿಮೇಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಬೆಟರ್ ಲೈಕ್, ಶೇರ್ ಅಂಡ್ what you call bell icon ಒತ್ತಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. You can just do that. Fine, isn't it? Okay. And tomorrow you will have the last R2R session by the great UC sir, who is celebrating his birthday today actually. Okay, and we know he doesn't like to be shared, okay, about that information. So UC sir's session, Divesri madam and Rajiv sir, sharp 7:30. So until then ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು, ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಚಿಲ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Go to the exam hall with the full board. I'm extremely sorry, in between there's a 2 minutes, 3 minutes mistake, there's a technical error, okay, in that sharing screen. We never came across that issues earlier, but this time it happened. That's why I had to change this PDF. Sorry for that. Sorry to all the viewers. Sorry for the time, because your time is more important than anybody else's time today. And congratulations in advance for all the successful CA Foundation people. Okay, so I'll meet you at the earliest, maybe after your examination. So wish you all the best. Tomorrow, maybe 5 minutes, I may just join, just to introduce the great UC sir. So I'm not going to ask you about the exams. I don't want you to tell me also. You control ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ control ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Monday onwards we'll ask individual ಆಗಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, section wise ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ describe ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಡಿ. Until then I'm not going to ask you anything. Just go and chill the examination. Okay? Relax.
Yes.
Okay. So now after so many multiple revision ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ, don't you think you reasonably know the subject 80%? ಅಲ್ವಾ? 80% of 125 marks is ಎಷ್ಟು? 100 ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಹಾಕೋಬೇಡಿ, ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. ಗೋ ಅಂಡ್ ರೈಟ್. ನಾಳೆ 50 ಬರುತ್ತಾ, 60 ಬರುತ್ತಾ, 100 ಬರುತ್ತಾ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ. ಬಟ್ ಪುಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ 100 marks. Ready for the show?
Yes sir.
Anything else? How was your experience 2 days? Exam ಹೆಂಗಿತ್ತು ಕೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. How was your experience? Exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜನ ಇದಾರ ಫುಲ್ಲು?
No sir.
ಇದು ಹೇಳಿದಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಮೊನ್ನೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ ತಾನೆ. Not see, CAPS ಅಲ್ಲಿ everybody has been forced to write. That's why the success rate is high. Whereas in all other cases, actually they may not be. They say naale adake you have a high chance of being in the pass list. Take lootlay that what you called disadvantage of others, and be whoever is listening to me, CAPS or non-CAPS or YouTube, whatever it may be, fine. Majamad. Lord Aishwarya says 12 in the class of 24. She chats 24 class only 12 members. 50% people have not come. This is exactly I was telling you in the last R2R session. ಹೇಳಿಲ್ವಾ ನಾನು? Last 4th ಹೇಳಿಲ್ವಾ? That's why you just go and enjoy the exam. You don't worry about the world, because the best person whom you should trust is the person whom you see in the mirror daily. Okay na? So keep reading, keep rocking, keep enjoying. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಲ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Aisha said there are only 6 people in the class. You extra care ತಗೊಂಡು, life is important. What you called health is important. Extra care ತಗೊಂಡು exam ಬರೀರಿ. ನಂಬರ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರಲಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಖುಷಿ. ಬಟ್ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೀರಿ. All of you are listening. CAPS or non-CAPS, ಯಾರು ಅದ್ರ whoever is listening, go and write the examination. Success ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಕಾಂಗ್ರಾಚುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್. ಯಾರು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಚಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. In my room also only 6% ಅಂತ ಅಕ್ಷತಾ says. Okay, that's why enjoy. Number of persons across India ತುಂಬಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. You will all pass by God's grace. Keep rocking, keep enjoying. Thank you one and all. Good night. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
I'll share this.
Thank you, sir.
Short PDF also, if you want, actually share on the half an hour time you give me. Okay na? Just for revision. Jokes all ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬಟ್ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇರಿ. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.